Can you see this? Can you see the screen? Now, in the previous
Yes,
class,
sir.
we started with the theorems. Here is a list of the theorems that we have to study in Boolean algebra. First, properties of 0 and 1. I'll read those. 0 plus x is equal to 0. 1 plus x is equal to 1. 0 plus dot x is equal to 0. And 1 dot x is equal to 1. See, these four coming under the properties of 0 and 1 are with respect to logical addition. So these two are with respect to logical addition. Can you see that? First two, A and B. And the next two, C and D, are with respect to logical multiplication. That is 0 dot x is equal to 0. 1 dot of 1 and 0. 0 and 1 added, 0 and 1 multiplied. So these four. Hope you have understood this. The proofs of this also we have done. The proof of these theorems we will do using two methods. One is, which one? One, perfect induction method. That is by substituting all the values for x. First substitute 0 and first next substitute 1. In these four expressions, there is only one variable x. That is why we have two values for that, 0 and 1. We have done the proof using perfect induction. Also, we proved this one using the truth table method. Next one, shall we go to the second theorem? It is idempotence law, idempotence theorem. Just as a list, I will show you first before going to the next. Idempotence theorem states that, see, there are two versions, one for logical addition, another for logical multiplication. X plus x is equal to x. See, when a variable is ORed or ANDed with itself, output is the same variable. X with the x added gives x only. X with the x only multiplied gives x only. That is idempotence law. Third one is involution theorem or involution law. It states that x complement whole complement is equal to x. That is, the complement of a complemented variable gives the same variable. Are you getting it? Complement of a complemented variable gives the same original variable. That means double complementing. Fourth one, complementarity theorem or complement theorem. A says that x plus x bar is equal to 1. B is x dot x bar is equal to 0. Fifth one, commutative theorem. There are two versions. X plus y is equal to y plus x. X plus x dot y is equal to y dot x. Sixth one, associative theorem. X plus within parenthesis y plus z is equal to within parenthesis x plus y plus z. Similarly, B, x dot y dot z is equal to x dot y dot z. So this associative theorem, it is regarding grouping of the variables during logical addition and logical multiplication. Seventh one is the distributive theorem. Can you see this? Can you see? I hope you see this. Distributive theorem says that x into y plus z is equal to xy plus xz. Second one, x plus yz is equal to x plus y whole into y plus z. I hope similar types of expressions you have studied in algebra in 10th. Do you remember that? Similar. Even associative you must have studied. Distributive also you must have studied. Eighth one is absorption theorem. X plus xy is equal to x only. X into whole into x plus y is also is equal to x. Ninth one, third distributive theorem. It says x plus x bar y is equal to x plus y. There are some other theorems which I don't read now. So these main 9 theorems we are going to prove now. So as we have seen the properties of 0 and 1, we shall go to the second theorem now. Is it okay? No. Can you see this one now? Can you see? Yes. Properties of 0 and 1 we have seen. The textbook only. Second is the idempotence theorem or idempotence law. Look here carefully. This law states that when a variable combines itself using or and operator, the output is the same variable. Look here, A and B, two expressions corresponding to logical addition and logical multiplication. Look at the first one. X plus x is equal to x. What is x? X is a logical variable. It can be a, or it can be b, it can be p or x, whatever. It is a representation of a logical value. So x plus x is equal to x. The second one is x dot x is also equal to x. Now look at the logic diagrams given here. X plus x, we can implement using OR gate. Plus is done using OR gate. But this OR gate has two inputs which are same, x and x only. First input is also x, second input is also x. So the output also will be equal to x. That is what we have shown. So this diagram is just to show whatever is written in the expression. But the proof is done, as you know, using two methods. First, we will prove using perfect induction method. Substitute the values. How many variables are there in the expression? Only one variable. Only one variable. Correct? You mute your audio. There is only one variable. So two values we have to substitute, x0 and x1. Let us see first. Substitute x is equal to 0. So LHS is x plus x is equal to 0 plus 0 is equal to 0 is equal to x only. See, x is equal to RHS. Substitute x is equal to 1. Now LHS is x plus x is equal to 1 plus 1 is equal to 1 is equal to x is equal to RHS. If you write this just by substituting the required values, what we observe is LHS is equal to RHS in both the cases. That means x plus x is equal to x always. Whether x is 0 or 1, x plus x is equal to x. So if I ask you, what is a plus a? It is also a only. What is ab plus ab? It is also ab. What is xyz plus xyz? It is also xyz. So just this x, a or xyz, ab, these are representative variables. In a given expression, you must identify whether it matches the given basic theorem. That's it. Solving of expressions we will see later anyway. Now, the proof using truth table, as you know, constructed truth table with x as the first column. Second column is also x only. The two values x can take is 0 and 1. That's why you are writing 0, 0, 1 and 1. Output will be x plus x. The third column is x plus x, right, to prove this. So do 0 plus 0 is 0, 1 plus 1 is 1. So what you are getting, x plus x, you just observe the last column with any column x. So this last column is equal to x only. So thus, using the truth table by observing the columns, we prove that x plus x is equal to x. Now let us go to the second one, second part of the idempotence theorem. X dot x is equal to x with respect to logical multiplication. Are you getting this? Now, that means if x is ANDed with itself, we are getting the same variable. First, substitute in proving by partial perfect induction method. X is 0. Substitute x is equal to 0. LHS x dot x is equal to 0 dot 0 is equal to 0 is equal to x is equal to RHS. Next, substitute x is equal to 1. LHS x dot x is equal to 1 dot 1 is equal to 1 is equal to x. So, in both the cases, we are getting LHS is equal to RHS. Therefore, we say x dot x is x dot x is equal to x. Is a typing mistake here. X dot x is equal to x. This one is proved. So similarly, we prove using the TT x, x and x dot x as the column here. 0, 0, 1, 1. X dot x 0, 1 dot 1, 1. So observing this column with any of these columns, x dot x is equal to x only. So proof using TT is a very simple proof. I hope you understood this. Shall we go to the second, another one, third theorem? So we have seen two theorems so far. We have proved it using perfect induction method as well as a TT. Now, shall we go to the involution theorem? Involution theorem. This law states that the complement of a variable, when it is complemented again, it gives the same variable. In other words, the complement of a complemented variable is the same variable. Are you getting it? The complement of a complemented variable is the same variable. So the expression is x complement. Can you see here? X complement whole complement is equal to x. In the diagram, you can show like this. Complement, x complement is shown using one NOT gate. Another complement of that means you must use one more NOT gate in series. First use one gate which makes x as x bar or x complement. X bar becomes the input to the second NOT gate. So the output of the second NOT gate becomes x bar whole bar is equal to x only. So complement of the complemented variable is the original variable. Let us prove this using perfect induction method first. There are how many variables in this expression? Only one variable, x only. So x can take 0 or x can take 1. Substitute x is equal to 0. Then x bar is equal to 1. 0 complement is 1. And x bar whole bar is equal to 1 bar is equal to 0 is equal to x only. So when you have x, what you are getting out of this is x only. If you substitute x is equal to 1, then x bar is equal to 0. Then x bar whole bar is equal to 1. That is equal to x only. Thus, in both the cases, we have proved that x bar whole bar is equal to x. Now we shall prove using the truth table. Look at the truth table. One is x, the second column is x bar, the third column is x bar whole bar. X0 and x1, only two values. X bar becomes 1 and 0, and x bar whole bar becomes again 0 and 1. When you compare this last column with the first column, what you are observing from the TT is x bar whole bar is equal to x. So this involution theorem is also called the double inversion rule. Can you remember this? Double inversion rule. This is nothing but the involution theorem. Shall we go to the complementarity theorem? Another one is complement law or complement theorem. It's also called complementarity theorems. This theorem is also a very important theorem in proving various expressions, laws, simplifying various Boolean expressions. As usually, there are two versions, A and B. One is with respect to logical addition, and second one is with respect to logical multiplication. The first one, it says x plus x bar is equal to 1. That is, when we logically add a variable and its complement, then we are getting 1 high output. The second one is with respect to logical multiplication. That is, when we logically multiply a variable with its complement, we are getting 0. The corresponding logic diagrams for these two expressions or theorems will be given here. We require one OR gate, and one input is directly given to the x. Can you see here? One input is directly given to the x. The second input is given to x bar. That is why we are using a NOT gate here. So output will be x plus x bar, which is equal to 1. We are going to prove this. The second circuit is also written here. Now shall we prove this using the perfect induction method first? Substitute. There are only one variable now, x only. Complement of x is not taken as a separate variable. It is the same variable in the complement form. Are you getting? Let us prove. Yes. Substitute x is 0. LHS x plus x bar is equal to 0 plus x bar. 0 bar is how much? 1. So that is equal to 0 plus 1 is equal to 1 is equal to RHS. We are getting RHS. Next, substitute x is equal to 1. So x plus x bar LHS is equal to 1 plus 1 bar is 0. 1 bar is 0. 1 plus 0 is equal to 1 is equal to RHS. So in both the cases, we are getting x plus x bar is equal to 1 always. Now we will prove this using the truth table. Second proof is using TT. Look at the TT. This is the proof of complementarity theorem with respect to logical addition. First column is x, next is x bar, next is x plus x bar, x 0 and 1, only two values. So x bar becomes 1 and 0, x plus x bar, 0 plus 1 is 1, 1 plus 0 is 1. So in both the cases, you are getting 1 as the output. That is why by observing the last column, see, x plus x bar is always is equal to 1, whatever the value of x. whether x is 0 or 1, only two values possible anyway. The output will be always 1. Now you remember that in a truth table, when the output is always 1 or high or true, what is the name of that truth table? It is called tautology. So this uh, theorem, I mean the complementarity law for logical addition, is nothing but a tautology. You're getting the truth table for a complementarity law of logical addition is a tautology. Right. Now, proof of the second part, complement theorem with respect to logical multiplication. It says x dot x bar is equal to 0. We prove first using the perfect induction method. Put x is 0. LHS x dot x bar is equal to 0 dot 0 bar is 1. So 0 dot 1 is 0. Substitute x is 1, LHS becomes x dot x bar is equal to 1 dot 1 bar is 0, 1 dot 0 is equal to 0. So we get x dot x bar is equal to 0 always. Are you getting? Whatever the value of x, whether it is 0 or 1, we are getting x dot x bar is equal to 0. That we have seen using substitution or partial or perfect induction method. Now prove this using the truth table. X, x bar, x dot x bar. We get 0 dot 1 is 0, 1 dot 0 is also 0. So both the cases, whatever the value of x, the output is always a 0. Thus TT, observing the last column of TT, we say x dot x bar is 0 is proved. Now, as you have observed in the first case, here you observe the truth table output is always 0 or low or false. What is the name of this truth table? It is called fallacy. So when you have the output of a truth table which is always 0, it is called a fallacy. So the complementarity theorem for logical multiplication is a fallacy, whereas complement theorem for logical addition is a tautology. I hope you have understood these theorems. Now shall we go to the commutative law, commutative theorem? Yes. The commutative law is also a very important law in Boolean algebra. There are two laws, of course, A and B. Right? These laws state x plus y is equal to y plus x. Very common law, correct? Very easy to remember also. Commutative. And the other is x dot y is equal to y dot x. That means if you interchange the order of appearance of variables in an expression, whether it is logical addition or logical multiplication, there is no change in the value. That means x plus y is equal to y plus x. This is a very common law, correct? In algebra, you have seen in high school classes. When adding two values, for example, 10 plus 5 is same as 5 plus 10. There is no difference, correct? No, the same law. But this x and y are which variables here? These are logical variables. They can take only two values. Of course, all the values variables in Boolean algebra can take only two values, 0 and 1. That is why it is called Boolean algebra. You know it. Now, the diagrams for this one, you can see here x plus y. X plus y, you require the OR gate. X is the first input, y is the second input. OR gate gives x plus y. Then that is equal to y plus x. Y plus x you can, so for this expression, both the sides of expressions, you draw the gate diagrams. This is y and x. It is also equal to y and x. So x plus y OR is equal to y x OR. Same it is. Here also, two AND gates you require. X dot y is equal to y dot x. That's it. Shall we prove using the perfect induction method? Now, here you observe that there are two variables, correct? X and y. So, perfect induction method, we substitute all the values for all the variables. All the values for all the variables. So, in this case, what we have done is we substitute the value for x as 0 and 1. Then similarly, we should substitute value for y. But what is done here is partial substitution. That also can be used to prove the theorems. That means, look here, if x is 0, in the LHS we are getting x plus y is 0 plus y is equal to y, correct? No? In the RHS also we are getting y, like y plus x is equal to y plus 0, x is 0, y plus 0 is y. So therefore, for x is 0, we get x plus y is equal to y plus x. Here you observe that y is 0 is not substituted. Together also we can substitute. Right? This is one way. In the two variables, only one variable is substituted at a time. In the second, we get x, if we have x is 1, if you substitute x is equal to 1, then LHS becomes x plus y. It is 1 plus y is equal to 1. See, 1 plus y is how much? 1. In the basic postulates you have seen. Sorry, in the properties of 0 and 1 also you have seen, since it is a variable. 1 plus y is 1. Whatever you add to 1, it becomes 1 only. So, it becomes 1. RHS, y plus x is equal to y plus 1. X is 1. Y you keep as it is. In this case, you keep y as it is, because x is equal to 1, you are substituting. So y plus 1 is equal to 1. So in both the cases, LHS is equal to RHS. So therefore, x plus y is equal to y plus x when x is 0 also, x is 1 also. Similarly, we can also prove x when y is 0 and y is 1, but it is not necessary. Oh, see, when you have an expression with the two variables, x and y, there are four values, correct? x0, x1, y0, and y1. For all the four values also we can substitute. Then that becomes a perfect substitution method, correct? Perfect induction method. So next, the TT of this one is given here. It's a simple TT. See, x and y are the two variables. So x and y are the two inputs. We have four combinations: 0, 0, 0, 1, 1, 0, and 1, 1. Write x plus y and y plus x. Do this. X plus y, 0 plus 0, 0, 0 plus 1, 1, 1 plus 0 is 1, 1 plus 1 is 1. Here, y plus x. This plus this is 0, 1 plus 0 is 1, 0 plus 1 is 1 and the same. So by observing the last two columns, x plus y and y plus x, observing these two columns, can you observe these two columns? You see or you conclude that x plus y is equal to y plus x. See the compare the values. X plus y is equal to y plus x. So thus, by using the truth table also, we have proved x plus y is equal to y plus x. So next, the TT for y dot x dot y is equal to y dot x. So this is the not the TT. This is the proof by perfect induction. First one, put x is 0, LHS, x dot y is equal to 0 dot y is equal to 0, RHS, y dot x is equal to y dot 0 is equal to 0. So here we get x plus y is equal to y plus x, both are 0. Similarly, put x is 1, LHS, x dot y is equal to 1 dot y, x is 1, so 1 dot y is equal to y. Therefore, in both the cases, x plus y is equal to y plus x. Hence the proof. The TT is given here. X, y, same combination, 0, 0, 0, 1, 1, 0, 1, 1. X dot y, 0 dot 0, 0, 0 dot 1, 0. This is also 0, 1 dot 1 is 1. Y dot x, same. So by comparing the last two columns, we conclude that x dot y is equal to y dot x. So TT, I think, is a very simple proof. You can do this. Here I will stop now. I will give a summary of this. Today we have seen three theorems. Which are those? Idempotence law. Idempotence law. Next, I will show that. Idempotence law, which says x plus x is equal to x. Next, x dot x is equal to also x. Second one we have seen is involution theorem. Complement of a complemented variable is the same variable. That is x bar whole bar, or x complement whole complement is equal to x. The next, the complementarity theorem. That is x plus x bar is equal to 1 and x dot x bar is equal to 1. Correct? With respect to logical addition and with respect to logical multiplication, a very important theorem. X plus x bar is equal to 1. X dot x bar is equal to 0. And fourth one also we have seen, correct? Four theorems we have seen today. The fourth one we have seen today is commutative theorem or commutative law, which says x plus y is equal to y plus x and x dot y is equal to y dot x. Here I will stop. Okay. Now I will ask some questions you. What is a plus a bar? A plus a bar is 1, correct. A plus a bar, you have seen x plus x bar is 1. X is a just representative variable. You must be able to apply this theorem to any of the given expressions. What is a dot a bar? A dot a bar is equal to 0, correct. What is k dot k bar? Is also equal to 0. What is
0.
w plus w bar? Is equal to 1. I'm using complement laws, right? Suppose I will ask you, you just listen. What is a plus b is equal to b plus a, correct? No, a plus b is equal to b plus a. We are using commutative theorem. What is k dot s is equal to s dot k, correct? Whatever may be the variable. I'll ask one more question. What is ab whole bar? Whole bar, complement of ab bar whole bar, it is ab only. Ab whole bar, its whole bar is equal to ab, right? So these theorems you should know where to apply. In the next class we will study the next very important theorem, which is called the associative theorem.